What's going on, guys? So we're out here today. I'm out here up on Lake Erie. We're gonna do some fishing just off of a little pier out through here. I got a couple minutes here before I meet up with some buddies for a nice long kind of friend get-together weekend. I brought my fishing stuff, you know, because why not? So we're gonna jump on out there today. Do some fishing. I'll probably do some crankbaits, swim jigs, and kind of go with the flow out here. So we're gonna get the poles all lined up here, and we'll get after it. All right. All my poles are all up here. Great easy way here to store your poles. And I got all kinds of stuff because it's Cinco de Mayo and we're having a big celebration here, so all kinds of stuff in the car here, as you can see. But we're gonna get a little bit of fishing in first. It's definitely pretty windy out, as you guys can see here. We're probably, you know, right about pre-spawn still, kind of that, maybe that change. We're up in Lake Erie here on the Ohio side, so on the U.S. side, kind of between. Kind of by like Port Clinton area, if you're familiar with that. But basically there's smallmouth, largemouth, ton of walleye capital of the world, perch, rock bass. So we're going to kind of go through, just, you know, see if we can get out some bass today. It's probably, you know, mid 60s, so right about things are starting to heat up for that spawn time, because usually about, it's, you know, it's May. Spawn usually hits about now, so it should be pretty fire, but definitely the wind is bringing a lot of things in here. But I'll show you kind of my setups, what I got running. So today I'm gonna put got my Lew's 1000, or sorry, Lew's speed spool. It's a medium heavy rod, fast action. I'm running just 20-pound braid. That's like my go-to on this guy. I'll snip that off. I was doing just pike on this, and I'll honestly just run just a leader, monoliter, or a fluoroliter actually. I'll probably use this for my crankbaits, and then I'm gonna use my swim jigs. So we'll see. I got different. This one here is a medium swim jig. My rod here, Shimano 4000. I got 20-pound braid on that. I'll honestly probably just keep my run braid on there since it's pretty murky. All right, guys. So you can see the wind is howling today. Out here we got some white caps. So yeah, I've never fished here before, but you know, in this situation, I'm gonna rely on some of my go-to baits. So we're gonna start out today, KVD, Kevin Van Dam series crankbait. Then we also have here, got the little bucktail, some orange there. Little, you know, clarity's probably maybe 8 to 12 inches. So basically this side here, if I'm looking at charts, obviously the Express is coming out through here, so it's pretty deep, probably 15 to 20 feet through here. This side, you can see, like, I don't know if you can see the color on the YouTube here, but pretty shallow. You can see the water color changes, so this sometimes actually gets blown out. I was talking to some local fishermen out here. They're saying it gets blown out, it gets super shallow, but you know, through here it's a couple feet deep along these rocks. Might get into just some you know, rock bass, smallmouth. So I'm actually going to stick on this side first, and what I'm going to do though, so I'm not going into the wind, is I'm going to walk down. That way it's also not pushing my baits too fast towards me, and that way I can get long casts, keep these things in the strike zone, and just, you know, roll them back along the shoreline. So I'm basically going to start kind of here, and I'll fish, and then I'll kind of fish it in sections. So I'll cast, fish it, pull it, slowly make my way deeper. So let's try and find a good spot here. This looks about nice. I'm actually gonna start with the crankbait. Bag down here, and I'll have to put my biggest thing here is putting the Crocs in sport mode. So flip the handles back. And we're clicked in, we're ready to rock in case we got to go out to these little rocks here. so the fishing has been super slow, super windy. Lost some jigs here, but I'm basically just running some swim ball round ball jigs and just swimming it back here. Haven't really been seeing anybody kind of get any out here. Oh, there we go. Fish, big fish, big fish. Big old drum. That's pretty cool. Hit right at the hooked them up nicely. There you go. That's pretty cool looking. Hit right at the bank on the swim bait. Cool guys, there. Hitting them right at the shoreline. So, you know, it's crazy because usually you can see their mouth there. They kind of bottom feeder, if you will, but he hit that right at the he was hitting it as I was swimming it back, bouncing along the bottom. Let's get back in the water. Cool. All right, so we'll see. It's kind of casting down. Again, the wind's kind of coming in this way, so all I'm really doing here is this is kind of one of my go-to baits, is just the ball jig, round jig with some sort of soft bait. Like I'm using a fluke now, but I'll use a, you know, a boot tail, paddle tail. I'll use anything, a craw, just something to get it down there and move it around. And then, you know, just kind of ticking it off the bottom, giving it some lifelike action and seeing what hits. It's a pretty versatile bait. You know, I've caught bass on it, bottom feeding, catfish, I mean, you name it. It'll get down in that zone and you can fish it fast, you can fish it slow, you can fish it shallow, deep. The jig, just a good old lead or tungsten jig. All right guys, so we're gonna try this one out here. This is a big Z-Man, the craw. We're gonna try it out. You can see, I mean, look at that. It's got the eyes on it, big claws. It's really squishy. So, you know, remember the swim jig, kind of crawling across and see what we can't get into. But it's the ball jig, kind of that green pumpkin. See if we can't get down there and ooh. Did I just get a hit? I don't know if I just got a hit or not. No way. No way I got a hit. That was too quick. I might have just been on the ground. A little slower presentation than what I was using with the fluke. This is a pretty good meal for these bass in here if somebody wants one. Look at that thing. go. Heck yeah. Right at the bank. Let's go. Let's go. I knew it. I knew he was just hanging around on there. Nice largemouth bass. Boom. Let's go, kiddies. On the Z-Man craw. So I was just bouncing around on the bottom, kind of right in front of me, and I knew I had a nice deep hole. And he just smacked that craw. That's what's up right there. Little guy, but got a little belly on him. There you go. Let's get this guy back in the water. Now I gotta get down there to wash my hands. Heck yeah, guys. So we got on there again with the little Z-Man craw. That's what's up right there. Again, I was just kind of fishing along the shoreline here. Caught him like right off the bank here, but I felt a deep pocket, and I just kind of let it sit there and kind of just jiggled him around, and that largemouth smacked it. So, you know, it's such a versatile bait, this jig. You know, it will catch anything, and you can put your trailer or whatever you want on there, and you know, just have yourself a day. All right, guys, so that's all we're gonna do today. We're gonna head back, but you can see turned a really windy, wavy, kind of a cool, I'm in shorts, definitely a lot colder than I thought it was going to be situation. We turned it into a 2 fish, about an hour, just over an hour fishing out here, and had pretty good success with just a regular old ball head jig, changing my trailer, was using a fluke bait, then changed over to this guy and got that bass. Both kind of right at the bank, just kind of hugging the shoreline here, casting out. So if you guys found this helpful, make sure you guys subscribe, and until next time, let's get out there, get your rod in the water. Have a good day.